Hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And this morning, I'm gonna give you a garden update and a little bit of a tour. I wanna show you a couple things that I've actually, it's taken a long time, but to get to this point where I could show you. I don't really have enough content for the whole thing to be about a house tour or showing you my laundry room, or I've got the spare bedroom kind of somewhat put together, the guest room. I still need to do some garage sailing and see if I can't pick up some end tables that fit the decor in there, which is totally farmhouse, and make it work. And so I want to show you that, but first let's go outside and see the garden, because you know, you guys all look forward to the weekly garden update, and so do I. I've got some beans that are sprouted that I want to get planted, so I'm going to do this now. It's nice and cool outside. People are mowing their lawn, and I'm going to get this done before I have to go to work. All right guys, and yes, I'm gonna do a channel update. I promise you, I promise you. So let's do this garden update and a little bit of a house tour. I'll show you a couple things, and then we'll move on to the channel update. And if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If it's too private, I'm gonna leave it out of the update. But within reason, if you're curious about something, let me know. All right, let's turn that camera around. Okay, so here we go. I have got my herb pot doing quite well. I'm using mint almost every day. I need to do a recipe using some rosemary, and I need to dry some because I want to dry my herbs for this winter. And look at all that rosemary. I mean, it's a big, healthy plant. I'd like to winter it over if I can. I'll probably plant it down there by the rhubarb and see what happens. But this is a nice little herb pot with the thyme and the parsley coming in here and there, and the mint. I love it. Lettuce and lettuce. This lettuce is slow growing. I'm not sure exactly why, but it's certainly delicious. And of course, this leaf lettuce here, holy moly. Yeah, I need to trim her back. All right, so over here we've got those peppers. Look at this. None of them are turning red yet, but they're just loaded with little bitty peppers everywhere, and all these flowers. This was such a fun, and I love this. I'm going to save seeds from these sweet heat peppers because the plant is so compact, but they're loaded, just absolutely loaded with peppers. And so over here we have the same thing. Check that out. Little peppers everywhere. Love it. I could have 10 of those plants and be happy. So, oh, and I wanted to show you. So I sprouted these beans, and as you can see, they are ready to go in the ground. Sorry. Come on. There we go. See that? I'm going to plant those. I've got a couple spaces down here in this one bed, and then I've got 2 tubs that I want to fill with soil and I did trim back, you can see all the leaves, trim back the tomato plants here, get those leaves, keep them up off the soil. So we've got tomatoes in there. I don't know if you can see, yeah, tomatoes. And this is the pimento peppers, so they're finally starting to flower. So I will start to get some pimento peppers. And this is an Oregon Spring. These tomatoes are Oregon Spring in the barrels. So we have tomatoes and carrots down in there. I don't know how well the carrots are going to do. They're getting shaded pretty good. My first red tomato, which I'll probably eat that tomorrow. Yum. I'll have to share it. So these plants are getting big. I need to go ahead and trellis them again with the tying. You just zigzag tie it in and out, in and out, in and out of the plants to the poles. And that's my support system, as you can see. This is a duplicate barrel. So the Oregon Spring tomatoes and the pimento pepper, and this one's flowering too in there. And look at all those tomatoes. Woo, baby, love it. All right, so this is slicing cucumber, and I'm training it. I want it to go up over the edge here. This bean plant here, it's got a little flower bud coming in. So if all of them would have taken off, they'd be like that. Those two down there are doing pretty good too. Again, okay, a pickling cucumber, and I'm training it to go over the edge. And I've got my red romaine that took off really nicely. And so I'm going to fill in that spot. I'm going to put a couple more seeds in there and let them take off. And look at those leeks. I'm actually getting some girth to some of them. I love it. And the garlic chives and the succulents, and they're flowering. Anyway, and over here we have that glacier tomato. It's pretty sprawly, but this it's producing, look at the clusters of tomatoes in there. I don't know if you can see that. That's a big cluster of tomato right in there. That's pretty cool. So, and then like this one, it's gonna have a long cluster. I have had almost zero bloom rot, which is unusual for me. So it must be a Nevada thing. So red romaine there and there, and tomatoes. My dill is just exquisite, so I definitely need pickling cucumbers on that vine to do some pickles. And these are peppers. We've got jalapeno, poblano, serrano, and this little guy's a habanero, and he's getting flowers. So another tomato and basil, sad basil, but still. And I transplant the ends of my green onions here and there, and I'll be able to use the greens all season. These are those thumb-sized carrots, and they're actually, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that down there, but that little guy is getting some carrot form. I'm excited for that. Ew, I think a slug has been in there. They have. Slug's been eating my stuff. Okay, I gotta get slug bait in there. Dang it. Darn slugs. Now here's my Romanesca zucchini. Isn't that a glorious plant? I absolutely love it. And this one, you know, that side got chewed down by the slugs a couple times, so I had to plant. So it's a little behind, but it'll catch up. But we've got zucchini in there, a couple of them, and we still haven't got the flowers. Lots of buds. It should be flowering here pretty quick. But yeah, I'll put some more of the stuff. And Shotzi's giving herself a back rub. And my rhubarb bed, we got that all finished. So, you know, it's a pretty good sized bed. I've got to fill it now with my soil. So I'll be doing that here pretty quick. Okay, guys, so let's go and see. I mean, the living room hasn't changed a whole lot. I think you guys saw that after I put the copper up and I made that sign and all that. And this corner shelf, I really like that. That came out nice. So I think, well, I spent $75 on that hutch, that little corner hutch, and then I put new hardware and chalk painted it. So we're gonna go down the hall and we'll head into the laundry room, and I'll show you what I got. Now my daughter gave me this, and I'll put a before and after picture at the end of the video. My daughter and I were at a sale, and this was sitting there, and of course it was stained all dark and kind of shoddy work, and it's a hall tree. Well, I envisioned it in here because I don't have much space, as you can see, between the washer and the dryer and the wall. So, and there's no cabinets above the washer and dryer, which I couldn't reach them even if they were, because I couldn't reach over the washer dryer. So I chalk painted this. I left the hooks on. I chalk painted them as well, and I just love it. I bought these at Walmart. Now these are glass containers, and they hold a lot. This one's for my Downy, and that one is for their beverage dispensers, but that one is for laundry soap. I didn't like them clear, so I chalk painted them gray. And this has a little cabinet thing for my cups to fill for the laundry detergent and my dryer sheets, a pair of scissors if I need them, and down below I have my Unstoppables, and I am going to paint that little, I'm going to paint that gray as well. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, but that's my, and then I've got Shotzi's dog food is over there, and if I have to throw, you know, dish towels or anything like that in here. So there you go. See, I'm going to put, I've got a corner sink here. I want a corner cabinet, and I'll get an old one that I can chalk paint. And so now let me show you the spare bedroom. Sorry for the, don't want to make you seasick. But again, at the same vintage sale, we found, and I bought the mattress. I bought a memory foam mattress, and then my daughter had the bed frame itself, so we put it on that. And then I bought that headboard, or she bought it for me. She bought that for me for my birthday, the hall tree and this headboard, and it had a footboard, matching footboard, but we couldn't figure out how to do it and make it look right. I kind of felt like if I had grandkids jumping on the bed, that might be dangerous. And I really like it just the way it is with the, you know, it's, I painted it. It was black, and I painted it a bronze, what do they call it? A rubbed bronze, dark brown, because the lamps that I have that are going to go, I've got to find some end tables, and I really want it to kind of go along with that, this dresser, if you will. I'm going to try to find something that will go with that. I may actually put that dresser on this wall and find a mirror that I like. So I'm making progress slowly but surely, but you know, it's when I'm inspired. So guys, I hope that somehow this video inspires you to keep plugging away at your little projects. You know, they'll come together sooner or later, and you know, as changes happen, you look back and go, boy, 6 months from, you know, ago, I was here and didn't have anything together. And so I really feel like I've come a long way in the last 9 months since I've been here, and I absolutely still love it so very much. So I appreciate you guys indulging me with the garden updates, as well as giving you a little sneak peek of what I've done on the inside on a budget. I mean, granted, my daughter bought those for me for my birthday, but that hall tree was only $20, and the bed frame and footboard and headboard were $20. Now I'm going to go ahead and sell the footboard, or I might find a use for it out here in the garden and use it as a trellis. So guys, if this inspires you, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what projects you've got going, or what you've got on the books for a planned DIY project. All right guys, we'll see you next time.